p.m. in Abu Dhabi. Pranam Kundan. And today is 11th of November 2023, and we'll have our 180th weekly session of our WeAreOne group. And the topic of today's discussion is light activation, optogenetics to enlightenment. So basically, we'll talk all about life, light. Also, it is a form of life, and it is tomorrow is auspicious day of Diwali. That is a festival of light that is in India, and all over the world it is celebrated. So that is a festival. Today is also in the English calendar is 11/11. That is called Ascension Code. So later on, if we get time, we will talk a little bit of that also. 11/11, the portal, what is its significance and its meaning, and today basically we'll go into detail into the light. What is the light activation, and how, what happens if light is activated, and which light, and all this things will go in specific terms. In the beginning of the year, I mentioned about one thing, that this is the year of the light. And last year it was understanding and learning of the love, and this is the light. And because these two are the primordial energies, which subtle energies, which has created the universe, love and light. That is a subtler energy. So we'll come back to that later. So light is one form of energy, and let me start with the classical understanding, then slowly go into deeper and deeper into all aspects of light. When in the physical science, from there up to the spiritual dimension, and we'll go into that the light, about light. Okay. Now in the physical science, all of us, we read about light in our physical science or physics class in the school, and it is a form of electromagnetic wave. And in this and that it has got a spectrum, electromagnetic spectrum, WeAreOne we call it. And this is, I'm just reminding you, all of you know that. And there is a visible spectrum, like we can see that, though this light in certain frequency, we can see that. But if you see that remember about our that physics or physical science textbooks, and the picture of the WeAreOne, and you will get two zones, which is called infrared, which is below red, vibration wise, frequency wise, and ultraviolet, means it is higher than the violet. So this name has been given, but of course there are almost infinite range of the electromagnetic vibrational frequencies there. So those all are beyond our capacity to see them. And also same as the infrared, that is also we cannot see that in the normal eyes, in the normal condition. Maybe some of them by using some instrument we can see, but basically the spectrum both sides is infinite. So only a very minuscule part we can see as visible light, so WeAreOne in that case. So now there are, that means that if it is something, there are lights and there are many colors, not only WeAreOne and the combination thereof, there are many colors. in normal eye we cannot see them. Okay, so we can, if we somehow enhance our capacity, the range I'm talking scientifically, the range, the frequency range, we can expand, we can see more and more color, more and more things which is normally not seen. So, and we have a lot of stories about somebody can disappear, and someone can go from one location to another location, and that beyond space and time and all those things. But fundamentally, how they disappear, they have to simply change the frequency, and you will be in a different different zone, but normally people will not be able to see you. You are still there, but you just change your frequency. So on your, how we see somebody, because the light comes and get reflected for someone, and then we can see that person is there. It is a reflection of light coming from that person enter into our eye, and then the eye processes that, our brain processes that, then we see that person is there. If this emit that vibration, light vibration, or that frequency of light, what our eye cannot process, you simply be invisible. Okay, there's some interesting thing about this, even though it is not directly related to light, but as invisibility. And another interesting thing is that, there is something called teleportation. Like you can go from one place to another place. You can even some of them, some people have the capacity for time travel. They can go to the history and come to in the future, and they can when they're momentarily one place to another physical space, one country to another, they can just simply go and appear there. So it is possible. So let me explain you how this is possible scientifically. I'm talking about the physical science now. Those of you, it needs little bit of understanding of mathematics, but if you are, some of you, if you don't understand that bit of it, is okay. You need not to understand in that detail. But those of you who have learned mathematics in the colleges, I mean schools, at least higher secondary and all those things, they will understand what I'm exactly saying. You know, uh, any location. Let us talk about a point, one point. Yeah, so not the whole, human being. Human beings is multiplication of those points. Maybe few trillion points. That makes a human body how it looks like. But anyway, let us talk about the point. Then you understand. Time and space, this is a dimension. Like it is, if you think like a graph paper, in the school you have seen a graph paper, no? Small boxes, we put the x-axis, y-axis kind of thing. So if you have a x-axis value, y-axis value, say 3,2, then 3,2 there is a 1 point, that in our graph paper you can point that. That's what I'm coming from the mathematics background. So suppose that name of that point is say P point. Okay. Now if I change the value, instead of 3,2, I write 5,9, then the point appears somewhere else on the graph paper, right? I just change the value of the location, the coordinates. The point P appears somewhere else because the value has changed. So if you now, recently we had a Durga Puja and all, whoever is in, Bengal, and they might have seen there is a lot of what is called small bulbs, that LED lamp, they have to do a picture, the picture looks like moving. So what they do, they switch off one light and glow the next one, and the switch off, glow to the next one. So it looks like the picture is moving. Yeah, same principle as the television. They do that optical illusion that somebody is moving. Same thing. There's a keep on in a sequence, keep on glowing the light. You imagine that there is one, screen this side, another screen this side. If I put that one image in this screen, it will look in this, and the next moment I switch it off, put that that particular small bulbs into this area, then it looks like that image has shifted from here to here, right? I just changed the set of bulbs in a different location. So in this case, if you come to the graph paper thing, so that means if we just change the value of the coordinate, the point will appear somewhere else in the space. In the chart paper, I mean graph paper in this case. For example, I'm giving simplifying understanding. So in that case, when we say the teleportation, we think that physically walking somebody going there. No, it is not happen that way. What happens is you simply change the coordinate and it will appear in another location because that was the value it is taking of the coordinates. So it stops appearing here, appear another place with that coordinate, it appears. So in that case, if you change only the value, you will appear somewhere else, and that's how teleportation is done. Every point in your body, if you just change that location, it will go to somewhere else. If you change the vibrational domain, I was talking about from one screen to another screen. Suppose this screen is in a Vibgyor scale and another one is somewhere in the ultraviolet scale somewhere, then it will simply disappear from here. It will appear in another dimension, because which is a dimensional, every frequency domain it's called a dimension. Okay, whoever in that dimension, they can see that is happening. So if you want to experience that, so you have to just tune into that vibration, you'll be able to see that. So physically where they are at the same place. In this place right now, all dimensions are here. Only you have to change the frequency so that your coordinates changes and you go to that dimension and you see it. That's it. Okay. That's how it is done. Okay. I think enough of this. Similarly, it can be explained about the time, because time is also only the present moment is the truth. Rest of the things are your memory. So that is also, we can talk about it in another way, but same principle. You just change the time coordinate, which is the fourth dimension. So X, Y, Z, this is three-dimensional space, and time, fourth. You change the parameter, you will go to that time scale. That's it. Okay, so now we are talking about the light. So the light and vibration and how it plays into our, as I said, we come through our eyes and go there, and that's how we can see some objects. Now, light has in the physical body, we have our nervous system that deal with the light. It is one of the sensory organ, which is eyes. That's where the light come into that. Also, it has got other impacts of very psychological, emotional impact. It depends also on the light. There is a big research that impact of your psychological impact of light on a human body. You see, there are different types of light will give the different kinds of your physical thing. Some light will be very uncomfortable. You cannot bear that, and some of them will be very soothing. You might have seen that in the flights, with the night flights, they put a particular light in the night. That is a relaxing, and it is induced sleep. So, and there are many things. There are certain kind of light put on the streets so that visibility is maximum. You can see maximum thing without increasing the power. Power is one aspect, but you can, again, if you operate at a certain vibrational frequency of the light, you can see widespread. That is the purpose of seeing all areas of the road, and those are research has been done, and they come with the exact particular frequency where the minimum power, you can get the maximum visibility. Okay, so those things are there. So our mood, our emotion, the changes with the light, and in this the source of the daylight. I'm talking this artificial light. Daylight is coming from the sun. So, and we have, again, we learn in our biology, classes, that how it comes in the form of photons. Energy packages comes, and the photosynthesis happens on the trees, and from the trees we get that energy. So it is our source of all our physical energies on this planet Earth is coming from sun, or came from sun and converted into something, and we consumed it, we used it, and then from there we get it. If it is some plant, then the plant, we eat the plant and we get the energy, or the plant eaten by animal and people eat the animal, they get it, and things like that. So this is the way we are getting the energy. But the issue with this energy is that it is very easy to understand. Nothing, I don't think anything which I'm talking now, it is incomprehensible, but we can understand that. Now, everything in the universe, or the people are, they are different forms or expressions of energy. Is a bundle, energy bundle. It is the actual understanding. Energy mass equivalence, already Einstein told. So mass is the solidified energy, or something, solidified expression of energy, or something of that nature. So if it is, everything is energy, whether higher the energy, it is better. Yes and no. Okay. Why yes is yes, you get advantage if you're having a higher energy level. But the next question comes, are you capable to handle that? If you are not, then it will be a destructive force. Just let us understand that. The electrical energy, which is just giving us a thundering, uncontrolled, it is a destructive force. It fall into anything, any house, a house will burn. In the fall on the trees get destroyed, bring it to ashes in the moment. So this is create destruction. But same electricity, when controlled, channeled into something like electrical wires and all, it runs and operates our everything, but with the light, fan, air conditioner, or pumps and machines, and it runs it. Yeah? So only what the difference here, from uncontrollable energy, we brought to the level of the controlled energy and channel as per the receiving capacity. Any bulb you see, the wattage is given, that means that is his capacity. It cannot go higher than that. If you give over voltage, it will burn. Same with the human body. We have a capacity, So if we come in excess, it will go into the burn. But if you can receive it, then it will be helpful for us. We can utilize it. Just now I given the example of the electrical energy. In the same thing happens with the light energy. We have a certain capacity, all of us, to receive the energy from the light, even from the sun. Yeah. As I mentioned, we are getting everything from sun, but you cannot look at the sun. It's beyond the capacity of our eye to look at the sun. So we developed, we means the divine instrument, the creator has created the channel, how we should receive sun's energy. However, if you learn the technique, enhance your capacity, then it is possible to receive the energy directly from the sun, even to look at the sun directly. It only you need to enhance your capacity. That is sun yoga. We learned that, in the camps also I teach that, how to do that. We can get directly energy from sun. That's no issues with that. Only it is a matter of capacity. As I was earlier mentioning, beyond Vibgyor, if you can enhance your capacity, you will be traveling in different dimensions. As simple as that. Because you'll be able to see something what most of the people cannot see. You just simply enhanced your capacity. Okay. All right. Okay. Enough of this business. Let us come back to our today's topic. Okay. What is optogenetics? Okay. I have already told about the human effect on that. So optogenetics is a science. It's a medical science that deal with it. It is a cellular level. if you bring some light, some changes happen into the cell. That is a study of that. So cellular level changes, that is optogenetics, by different lights, different intensity, a different color. If you put that, then some changes happen into the cell. If it can be a microbiology, it can also in the human cell, like some neuron, the nerve cells, they can put under some light and they get some effect out of that. There are some treatment coming with this optogenetics. By using that, you change some characteristic of the cell, and maybe there was some disease or something that is appear. Means they get healed, they get cured. So if it is light has an effect on a cell, that is called optogenetics. Okay. So you can Google search, you will get a lot of material about that. So I'm not going into explaining that what it is and the characteristics and these. What I'm saying is, if it is an impact on the cellular level, then it is optogenetics. Okay. Then come to the human level, human body. So it is not only limited to the physical cell, it goes into the mind and emotions, different light, different kinds of emotions, and the capacity to handle and things like that. So that is our nerve, the eye, capacity of eye to see it, and all those kind of things comes into the play, and it has got its own effect. Even there was some healing also done by using different color light. Yeah, that is called, I think, chromotherapy. Like color healing, different color light you put, and then the healing happens. That is another area. So, but that they use light basically. That's what I'm saying. They use the light in different ways to do that. Earlier, I have already explained to you about how to charge water with a different color light and their purpose. They use if you drink that water, it is giving the healing effect. I think some time back I explained how it is done. But anyway, these are the way the light energy has been utilized. We get it into the human body, and the changes happens, and maybe healing happens. So if we know it knowledgeably, not uncontrolled. As I explained, uncontrolled energy is harmful, but controlled way with the full knowledge, if you can utilize that, you can use it for your own benefit. Okay, let's go to the next point. Meaning of light in religious teachings. Okay, now let us come to light has been a big part of almost all religious texts. It is Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and Jainism. All of them have a very high significance of light. And the light there, it is the symbolism. It is not only the physical light. I will come to the other higher level of light little later, but in almost all religious texts, when they say light, they mean the purity, the goodness, the clarity, and then you further, it goes up to the level of enlightenment. We'll talk about enlightenment in the later part, spiritual enlightenment. And there are the many scriptures written on that. So when they say that the darkness means it is opposite of light, absence of light, it is equivalent to ignorance or low vibration, or not joyful experiences. Those are the dark part of it. It is there. In Buddhism, there is a famous, the famous saying that the tamoso ma jyotirgamaya, tamoso means from darkness, please elevate me to the light, jyotir gamaya. So there are many such verses, and they are basically written on that on the light. So but here more the light is not the physical light. It is more about the purity and the goodness, and the high energy, high vibration, and this kind of things have been symbolized by light. That's what the scriptures. So they have been used this light, and then different methods have been given to how to attain that higher level of light, the tamasoma jyotirgamaya. There are methods that spiritual methods and other lifestyle methods and do's and don'ts. There are things and what type of food to be eaten and things like that. Those basically elevates the level of your purity, or more and more purity you achieve. It means like more and more you become like transparent, like there's no contamination. You become more transparent, more and more light will flow through you. Okay, that is the purpose. So purity means you become like a transparent thing, like a made of glass instead of made of wood, you know. So it's not you're not opaque. You just have a transparent so that light can flow through you easily, and you are always be with the light. Okay, so that's what. So there are different methods are there. So in that sense of term, if you talk about light activation, means you are going towards the purity, or you can say the methods are awakening towards the higher light. That is the activation means. Like you are already, I'm not saying that you are blind earlier, you are not receiving any light. So it is not about the physical light, it is about your readiness for the higher level of light, the purity and all those. That's what is meant here. So that is the light that is going there. Okay. Now, that next point was about understanding of the light worker. Okay, you might have heard in the Western, particularly Western spiritual journals and topics and videos, they mention about the light worker. So we are light worker. There is many light workers all around the world. What that does that mean? Okay, so this is about the two part. About one is to light worker are those who choose to work with a light. Light means the positive energy, but at the same time they recognize and they understand there is something which is called darkness or shadows. So those are so-called symbolism of negative energy. So they understand that it is not either or. It is not a they are choosing to be with the positive energy. It's not that. They are accepting that there are those who are accepting there are the lower energy, dark side of it, the shadows they call. These shadows are there. Those are the reason for all the troubles we have. And they work, they bring light into the darkness. They help others to bring light into their darknesses, respective darknesses. First, they help themselves, they get something filled with light, and then help others or to come out of the dark and go towards the light, like more and more light. They are called light workers. Which is the dark or shadow? Shadow means it is like it's a sunlight falls on you, and behind you there is a shadow that where the light cannot reach. Similar way, we have our characteristics. It can be psychological, it can be emotional, it can be some area of our patterns or our personality where that the light has not reached there. So those are called the shadow self, or negative elements or low vibrational elements of ourselves are there in the shadow because light could not reach there. So those who choose to be light worker, what they do, they help those people to bring light into those areas which are under shadow. So they become lit up. So that is their job. So how they do that? They do that like different methods. Some of the light workers, like healers, some of the light workers, they are the teachers, and some of them and have spiritual level, spiritual masters, and all. They do everything. They share the knowledge, share this thing, channel the energy, channel positive energy, pass it on to the others, give an understanding of that, and this way they help others, and they are called light workers. So that's what the light worker is. And also they light workers, they are called so-called archangels. Archangels are like, the normal, I'm talking again, I'm just going into the Western philosophies and the way they express this thing. So angels are basically, angels are not ghosts, huh? Angels are not dead people, they alive earlier and now dead. They are not called angels. Angels are those who help the humanity. They never been in human before. Okay. They are like in the service of humanity. So they are a different category altogether. They just help with the love and the affection, the protection, and all those things. They help humanity from the other dimension. So they are the angelic dimension. From there, they help a human being. Everybody has been allocated a birth angel. Hmm. And there are many angels and high level archangels and all those things. So there is another big subject. But anyway, so angels are basically to help with the love and positivity and the hope, encouragement they give receive from the angels. So those light workers who help others to do that, they are called so-called archangels. Means they have a in the living body. So they are not actual angels who never been in human form. In human form, those who do this similar activity, they are called archangels. Basically, these light workers and the archangels, so-called, they help Mother Earth to raise vibration of all living being on planet Earth. Mother Earth is also a the entity. It's a conscious entity. So all the living beings on the planet Earth are also they help them. So that's why they call the archangels. Okay. So, what is the difference between the common people and these light workers? Because they are vibrationally different. I explained in the beginning, no, that their spectrum is wide. They can hold and pass on or channel more amount of light. So that is why they call light workers. The work with the light. What is the work? To help the humanity to grow into this consciousness and other things. Help Mother Earth and all these things. Okay. So they are called light workers. And okay, next is what is light body. So we have 7 body system. So I have spoken about it. Show the slides into the workshops. Also, we have a 7 body system. So first one is the physical body. Then the next one is the energy. Third one is emotional. The third one is the mental body, emotional body, then the knowledge body, and spiritual body and bliss body. So these are the 7 body system we have. So in this, in the physical body is the grossest, and then you go slowly, the subtle and subtler body comes back. So, which is the energy body, and other is called also known as astral body. So and then further up the thing, the fifth body is called causal body. Okay. So, light body means you are operating from those bodies, higher level bodies, either astral or causal body you are getting, it is called light body. So, all of us, we do have, but only thing we are not aware, we don't have much control over that because we are not aware of it, Through our spiritual practices, we get connected and then we will be able to do it. All higher level masters, because it takes a lot of effort to manifest physical body, and suppose some higher level of masters and coming and giving some instruction to the physical level masters or archangels or somebody or spiritual guru, They need not to form physical body to do that. So they just come into the Sukshma Deha, the light body. Some also, if it is very high level of, ascended master, it's called golden body. They come with that body, but you cannot see in the physical eyes, but you can feel that. And with a very loving presence and the communications happens and these things happens. When Babaji, in the first time he has met, he came and gave me his initial blessing and the first interaction on, I think, it was 1st of December 19, not 19, sorry, 2013, 1st December. In my spiritual journey, I have written about that. So he came in his golden body, and then communicated, and you can very easily feel that. Also, you can feel, later on he came many times, and I can feel that how he actually looks like by feeling. Okay, I cannot see anything per se with my these eyes, but I can feel that how he looks like. Some of my earlier Facebook posts have written about that. This is how Babaji came in a different group. Babaji used to come and then give some kind of message. Anyway, but light body means some high level of masters. They're coming with their higher body. That is called light body. And they come with a glowing thing. That's why it's called light body. As I mentioned, very high level of master, it can be a golden body, golden light that comes. The light is not in the sense the physical light, the light in the physical vibgeo thing. It is much, much higher than that vibrationally, and it is basically coming from the higher body representation that goes there. They can travel instantly. All of us, our higher bodies can travel instantly anywhere. They have no limitation of time and space. So how to do that, I already explained in the beginning part of it. Just change the coordinate and it'll be there in that particular dimension, that particular time, etc. No issues. Your choice where you like to be. Anyway, so now it is coming about the final part about the spiritual understanding. So, spiritual understanding of the light. Originally, as I just touched upon in the very beginning of our today's session, that primordial energy is love and light, in which created the universe. And this love is pure love, and the light is pure light. Pure love and pure light, these are the two original energy which created the universe. Okay, and it is also, in Hinduism they call it a Shiva and Shakti, and this is just an expression. It is not like this husband-wife sort of thing, but it is just the energy and the qualities that hold originally. So the pure light, that is the divine masculine energy, and it has got its own attributes. And the tool, just like the pure love energy, of course, use love. The pure love that runs through it. That is the instrument of that the love, pure love energy. But in the pure light, the instrument is awareness. Okay, awareness is instrument of the pure light. So you elevated in the higher level of light means you are more aware. Aware of what? Aware of the truth. Self-realization. We are all one. The oneness, higher level of your awareness, higher the light you belong to spiritually. Spiritual light means you are in the very high level of awareness of oneness. You are that. Soham. I am that. This is the oneness. That is the when you experience, not listening to lecture or I read it in that book and they talk about I'm not in nothing to do with it. They have a zero value if you read it somewhere. If you experience that, if you feel that, that is the kind of awareness. You are aware by direct experience. So that is the spiritual goal we all have. We come here by different other experiences. We basically evolve ourselves and become purer and purer towards the love and light. And when awareness goes, expands it, you merges with this oneness, then you are you are that. Means your awareness goes to such a level you become the creator. You are the creator. You are an expression of the creator. Means the wave has gone back into the ocean. You become an ocean. There's no wave left anymore. That is the kind of thing that is a merging to the consciousness, and that happens through awareness. Okay. So the spiritual light means you are fully aware. And when all your so called shadows and patches of this, that, and all those things, all are lit up, means you are fully aware. There's no area of your being which is unknown to you. Then that is called enlightenment. It is nothing is left in the shadow area. It's everything is lit up. Okay, that is called spiritual enlightenment. And then of course there is a final liberation happens the when you merge actually to that oneness, but the awareness comes much before the awareness level. It is called enlightenment, but actual when the complete being is resolved, that is called liberation finally. Okay. So when your all lower bodies can merge into the higher one, and even the seventh one also merge it back to the one, the source, then your liberation is complete. So no need to coming back or do anything else here. So there is no need. So this level of awareness. So when one develops, goes to that level of awareness similar to that of the creator, and that is called the enlightenment. You are your lower self and higher self are fully connected and merged together. So there is whatever is known to the higher self also known to the lower self. So then that is process. That's called enlightenment. All right. With this, I'll conclude this learning session. So if you have any question, so you are welcome to ask me.
Sir,
Yeah.
like, sir, my voice is clear, sir. I'm not with headphone.
Yeah. Your voice is clear. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. Sir, we did on Guru Purnima, we did light activation
Hmm.
from the Babaji's grace, your grace. So,
Yes.
can you throw some light on it again, sir?
Okay. All right. Okay. See that part was basically, as Babaji has mentioned, that all of us we are in this group. We will be getting that like a accelerated path of the growth. Now, lifetime after lifetime, it takes to go into the increase the level of awareness. So what happens is previously Babaji asked us to get prepared. Like we prepared that, like in the for the puja and all the make the pandal ready. Then only they bring that idol, something like that. So those were ready. So that Babaji has on the Guru Purnima day, he initiated that the what is called the quantum light activation. Means one jump you can go to the multiple notch higher into that the light and that widening the spectrum, so called. In the beginning I was explaining. To do that, you need little bit of preparation because your body normal cell structure cannot handle that kind of light. So that is what earlier, through Babaji's guidance, we make you preparation, like a pandal is ready, but actual puja not started, something like that. That time when Babaji said, yes, it is now, you all are ready. So then he gave a flash of that to activate all our body cells. And earlier also I mentioned one time, just take it for information, no need to go into too much of detail and analysis of that. Our cellular structure fundamentally, body cell structure fundamentally changed from biological to crystalline. Okay. Why crystal? To hold more energy. No, that process is earlier completed. So that Babaji has given a boost of energy to go into that level. So that happens. So when the Babaji's, it is Babaji's wish. So it is his divine grace that we are all gone into that process of shifting towards that level and go for the higher one. So that is what exactly happened in a very short period of time. Yes, preparation took a lot of time, but when it happens very fast. Like you suddenly jump into that. It is like you can say that the rockets is sent to the space, no? So the rocket preparation, etc., take a lot of time, months together. But when it starts, then within days it completes its journey, like going to the space. So that kind of thing. So here it is a similar one. That the process has been done on that time. And Babaji's birthday is coming. I think within 2 weeks' time, another 15 days' time, we'll have that. So that is also next segment will come. Next thing will come. Next lot of energy boost with the Babaji's grace will come that time. That's what I'm hoping so. So yeah, this is the time, and it will continue till end of this year. Those who are attending the Varanasi camp will also get something there as well. So this is all about getting towards the light activation throughout the year and the different parts and different time. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for today's session and everything, sir.
Okay. God bless you. Any other question?
Very difficult subject you have explained in a very simple way. Really. Earlier I had a lot of gray areas. Now I feel it and realize it. So thank you for the light. Thank you.
God bless you. See, what happens is that everything is, there is a logic there. Only thing, sometimes we don't know the logic, or we apply our logic into something which that logic is not applicable. Then we think it is a mumbo jumbo. How can it possible and things like that. But if we understand that logic, stop our own logic, understand that, then it makes sense. It is possible. It makes sense. So that is the kind of thing. And with the Babaji's mission, but I'm trying to do make it as simple as possible. If you go really the truth of it, it may be little different or more complicated. But that's not the purpose here. Purpose is understanding. I need to understand that first. So without going into the complications and making it more difficult to understand, basically let us understand the fundamental way, basic way, which is the purpose. And once we understand, if we are interested, we go into further detail and learn more. That helps. But initial understanding is important to go into that level. All right. I think this link will be over anytime soon. So we may just let us stop here, and we'll join you into the next link. I will post it into the group. All of you, please join that link. I'm going to post now. I'll start the meeting and post the links there. Okay. Om Mangal.
Pranam Guruji.
All right. Okay. Let us start. 1 minute again. Some more joining. All right. So, anyone else having any question? So you can just come forward or raise your hand. Okay, Shashi. Yes. Go
Guruji, I just wanted to ask, like, uh, so love and light are both like equally should be active in us. Is both both are uh, uh, like for our spiritual growth, both are equally important, right?
Yeah. So it is an activation of pure love, heart chakra fully open, and awareness is the third eye. So those are the main tool for that. So ultimately, these are the subtler energy that we need to tune into. That to go further onto our final journey. Ultimately, there will be love and light only, nothing else. All any kind of lower level of attributes they drop down. And when final journey we take with this love and light, and it is the journey alone. All of us, we have our unique path. So it will be our unique journey. And that particular journey, even nobody can help us. We have to just self with our higher self and go more and more towards that. And that journey, even uh, our guru and guide and all, they have to go a certain level. Beyond that, we have to walk our own path. Nobody can go with us. So, but of course, in that level, you don't have to, whenever if you stop somewhere, then you will get ask for help, you will get help. But there'll be nobody that you have to follow someone there. That's what I mean. It is all, your own territory. Like one mountain you are climbing alone. So this is the type of journey it is, that final journey, and we'll complete our purpose is to complete the journey in this life itself. Is enough of wasting of lifetimes. I saw many of my previous lifetime, small matters. we did some wrong decisions and all those kind of things, and the whole life has become useless in the spiritual term. We deviated from the goal, and all those things happens. But anyway, so in spirituality, nothing is so-called lost. So we learn and grow. Sometimes we take difficult paths to grow. So, and that is where we have to. So here in the Babaji's, we have the Babaji's connection and Babaji's guidance and everything. What else anyone can expect in a lifetime? So, so we are all set for that. And now in the Mother Earth, the energy is that it will completely, the whole humanity will see that some of them they are with going with the vibration of Mother Earth and walking the spiritual path guided one and up, and some of them they will resist. They will not change. They try to go back to the old form and all those kind of things. They will drop back. There is no way. That is the further ascension is possible. It is either grow or perish. This kind of time. So that is a kind of vibration, and we have been preparing for this time for a long time. All of us in our group also, and which we learned from the different techniques as we are growing. We didn't feel that kind of massive, what is called shock, is happening. But many of them they are hit by that shock of that into this kind of life. And so still if you are stuck in the old frame, and there is no way to get out of that, because it is like like one train, what it was going together in one line, and then what happens is some of the compartments, the first half has gone in one line, another is another line. So slowly they will diverge. So maybe initially they are running parallel, it's possible to jump from one train to another. Okay. But after that, it will be so much wide apart and different direction, then no one, even if wish to, they can change the train. Originally, it was easy. It is just change the compartment and be into that, which is going into this direction, the other will not go there. So that is the kind of earth energy, and we are tremendously blessed by Babaji and lucky enough to be into that, to understand where to sit and which direction to go. So that is what is happening.
Thank you, Guruji. There was one second part, but I think you already asked whether, I mean, about chakras, like love is related to heart chakra,
Heart chakra, yeah.
and light is related to the
No,
third eye.
those are we connect. This is not limited to that. Don't
Okay.
get the idea it is only limited here and only. No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm saying those are your communication instrument. If you have to feel that pure love, it is heart chakra. If you have to feel the awareness, it is through your third eye. But it does not mean it is limited only here and here. No. Okay. Means like, when a car travels on the road, only the small part of four tires touches the ground, right? That is a contact point, but that does not mean that those contact points are the car itself. Car is moving, but contact points are four. Same here. Our heart chakra and third eye is the contact points, but it is not the whole thing. Okay? All right.
Got it, Guruji. Thank you.
God bless you. Okay, Hariom. Okay, Sharmishta, go ahead. I'll come back to you, Hariom. Yeah, Sharmishta, go ahead. You have any question? Yes, go ahead, Sharmishta.
Oh, sorry, did I raise my hand? I'm sorry, I don't have any question.
Oh, all right. Okay, Asim. Fine. Okay. Hariom, go ahead.
Pranam Guruji. Guruji, one little bit of clarification on light means you said purity. The more pure our light signifies purity.
Mhm.
And light signifies awareness also. Now, how does that get connected? When you have become more pure or purer, then your awareness increases, or you are vibrating at a very high frequency, you are able to see everything. What is it?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. So let me bring it to the context. Okay. The light means purer. It is a religious expression of that. Every religion saying the light, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, is a purer version of myself. Okay. That's a religious understanding of that
Right.
purity. Okay. But spiritual version is awareness. High level of awareness is equivalent to higher, you are in the higher level of light or a higher vibrational level of light.
Okay.
So spiritual understanding is in the higher vibration of light, the impurity, cannot stay. It will drop out automatically. You not to work to be pure. If you go there, impurity will be dropped off. That is a spiritual understanding. That is spiritual purpose of going, or be the light. We have already learned be love, and here be light. You become a light means you are completely, there is no what is called the shadows or spots or things like that. Is you are free from that completely. You are enlightened, fully lit up. Fully means fullest of your potential.
Does it
you
relate
know
to the DNA, Guruji?
The DNA activation is one part of this light activation. Okay.
Okay.
When you go into this higher level of awareness and you be in the higher level of this kind of light, your DNA gets activated. There are a lot of potential which is not giving any fruit or not activated is now activated in that domain automatically. Okay, but DNA activation is a byproduct of light activation. Earlier,
So,
today's topic that optogenetics, I was talking there in the cellular level.
correct,
A cell changes when some light comes. They change
correct.
they activate the DNA of those cells. That's why they got changed.
Okay.
Light is energy. That energy changes the DNA, or some like a dormant DNA will become activated, and then the whole cell become changes. Yeah. So that is how it is done.
So, just one small inquisitiveness. We
Hmm.
say that we have 12 strands of DNA, out of which generally
Yeah.
only two are activated for a normal
Correct.
human being. So,
Yes.
when you get enlightened, does all 12 get activated, or still there are stages?
That is a good question. See, well, let us understand forget about all and small, forget about that. Okay. Just understand that we have 12 strands of DNA. Out of them, two strands are in the physical body, physical level.
Okay,
Okay. Rest 10 are in the higher dimension,
clear now.
subtle dimension. Okay. In the spiritual domain. Hmm. So that means that in the physical level, only you can reach up to two
Right, Guruji.
in the physical body. But at the parallelly, you can activate the other ones and they will be automatically activated when you go higher and higher level. So the that is the purpose of that, the whole the spiritual journey. But those are not in the physical dimension, and they don't activate in the physical way. they activate in a different way, in the spiritual way. Okay, here maybe just give some kind of thing to understand this. Maybe in the physical level, activation means it will generate some kind of say protein. Say, I'm just giving some, some analogy or examples. So they will create more protein. That is a physical DNA stuff. But in the spiritual ones, means higher dimension ones, they may be the same thing. They will not generate anything, produce anything. They will be simply be more aware, more lit up. Okay. So they will not be in the similar way they will react. They will be activated when they come into the operational, they come into their job, doing their job. Okay. Like a sweeper is in duty and a pilot is in duty. Duty is both, but there are different type of
Jobs are
duty,
different.
right?
Levels are different.
Levels are different. Yeah. So both are doing duty. So these two DNA activation and those 10 DNA activation, their duty level is different. Both are getting activated, but they are in different types altogether.
Right, Guru. Right.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Guru.
All right.
Wonderful.
Okay. God bless. Yes, Shraddhanjali, go ahead.
Yeah. Guruji, I had a question. Like, as I said, if a person gets enlightened and
Mhm.
after that, they kind of become free from that cycle of birth and death.
Mhm.
But is it also a possibility that after enlightenment, after a person's soul leaves the body, physical body, they
Mhm.
still have to come back for some reason?
Oh,
And
yes.
and if so, like when they are born in a new birth, is it like they carry the enlightenment, or they again get stuck into that whole life and death and karma cycle?
A good question. See, uh, there are two types of rebirth. Okay. First rebirth, there is the entity that, the incarnation have no choice. They have to take birth because they have done something, they have to settle now. Now, if you take a loan from a bank, you have to repay. It is a compulsion. You cannot say that it is my choice whether I repay my loan or not. No, it is not your choice. You have to. Okay. These are called karmic births. They have to come back. And at the time of enlightenment, in any lifetime, because of a sadhana and divine grace or whatever, if you get enlightened, then your karmic accounts are closed. Some of them with your effort, and some of them by Guru Kripa. They lift it. Simple. Means government paid your loan. You don't have any debt anymore. That's it. You are free. Hmm. So after that, so that then only then enlightenment happens. Enlightenment cannot happen if you still some karmic thing pending. It's not possible. Either you close it or the divine grace happens, Guru Kripa happens, those are automatically closed. Only then enlightenment happens. Okay. Now let us talk about the next life. So those who didn't get enlightened, they don't have a choice. They have to come back to finish or close all the accounts. That is the purpose. But those enlightened, they don't have the karma left. Nothing needed to come back and settle. So they don't have to. They can choose not to come back. No further. No further life and death. But at the same time, some of the enlightened masters, they choose to come back. They decide to come back. Like you have already repaid the loan, so you are not bound to. Nobody is calling you, but you can still visit the bank. No? It is your choice. There are some friends you want to meet with the friend in the bank, and you can come to the same bank where the loan is already over. So they choose to come back, and most of the cases, it is called they choose to come back to help the humanity, to teach others. So they have a choice. They decide whether to come back or not in this kind of situation or this kind of decision, it is called dharmic birth. First type was called karmic birth, means they have to come back. Second is a choice, it is your wish. And if you come back, you choose to take birth again, your mission will be just to spread the awareness and spirituality and help people to come to that level of awareness, they can liberate themselves from the cycle of birth and death. Okay, so that is called dharmic birth. So it is a choice, and many enlightened masters, they choose to come back to just to help the humanity. They have no other compulsion of karmic or any of that kind. Okay. All right.
So their karma thing doesn't again get recreated in the new life. The
No,
karma book. Okay.
this is
That's
gone
gone.
forever.
Oh, okay.
Like suppose the government repaid the loan is finished. That loan is not there. Yes, if they do something which creates new karma, then of course new account will start.
Mm. Yeah.
Then that need to be settled.
Hmm.
Okay, but it's a completely new chapter. It is nothing to do with the last one. Last one will never come back.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Guruji.
All right. Okay. I see. All right. Okay. Indranilda, go ahead.
Rajdeep, you were going to explain about the significance of 1111.
Oh, yes. Oh, right. No, I just quickly, just one line. It may not take much time. 1111 is called Ascension Code. Okay. It is came basically from the Western philosophy. Ascension Code is that it is like a 1111 look like a doorway. No, if the door opens like the drawing, if you do the door, so that is the thing.
Yeah.
So any time 1111 occurs, it can be a clock time, it can be the day and month, which is today, or it can be any other. It can be written somewhere, etc. When one sees that, like whether it's see something visually, hear about that or something, it triggers a energetic change of the person concerned.
Okay.
What is that is called the code, ascension code activated. Ascension code means the door is opening or portal is opening.
Mm, mm,
What is the portal? It is an energetic channel
mm.
from which from one can go from one dimension to another.
Right.
Okay, that is portal.
Mm,
When 1111 happens, so that means 1111 happens. So that means the moment you get connected to it, come to your awareness, the gate
mm.
opens automatically.
Okay.
Okay. And opening up the gate means there is a channel is connected between this dimension, the higher dimension through present moment. Means
I
if you simply be in the present moment, yeah, you have seen or 1111, you are aware of it, be in the present moment, you quickly go into that next higher dimension. It opens up automatically. That's called portal opening. So today, the whole day, it is very good time for that, like meditation and other thing, because portal is open.
Okay.
As we are aware, the portal is open.
Right.
So just with a minimum attempt, you can go through the higher dimension very easily. And now also we'll do the meditation. We'll all go there. That's okay.
Right. Right.
But it is easy because of this system, you heard about it and you are aware of it, and that itself is good enough for this is called portal opening, and and one is called the ascension code.
Okay.
And most of the time it is a personal, like you see some phone number or car number written 1111 there,
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily 1111 uniquely separated. Maybe
Correct.
something in the beginning, something in the end, but in phone number, maybe 8-digit long, but in between 4 digits are 1111. That catches your eye. That means you are connected now with that portal.
I see.
Most of the time, it is personal, but this kind of day when it happened, it is a global. Like everybody will get that opportunity.
Okay. And in terms of synchronicity, 1111 is, of course, well known, but what about the other numbers like 666, 555?
These are all angelic numbers. Each and every number has a message. Okay. The other dimension is trying to communicate with you.
Okay.
Even the angels and guides, they are trying to communicate with you, send you some message.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
There are some traditional understanding of the numbers, some meaning,
Mhm.
but I'm just telling from my personal experience that even though it is traditionally known to something, but for you there may be some uniqueness in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they can send you some unique message to you, and you will know it.
Okay.
Okay, just like for example, I very often I get 747. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
for others it is not an angelic number. Okay,
Right.
but for me it is, and the other dimension communicate with this number very frequently. Why? Because 747 is my time of my birth.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why it is important for me. Huh?
Right.
And when they do that, something about my this lifetime,
Mhm.
they message the transfer.
Okay.
So when I see some morning clock is 7:47,
Ah.
for others is nothing, but for me, 7:47, I said, okay, it is a jumbo jet, but for me it is not. Okay. So it is, I get the message. When it happens, I can get the easily message that other dimensions trying to communicate with me. Basically, what I'm saying, there can be some numbers which is custom made and personal for you. That is also possible.
Right.
When your awareness goes, you will be able to understand all those things very easily.
Mm. All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay. God bless you. Okay. I think if there is no further question, so we'll go into our today's Kriya and meditation. Just sit straight.